Hello and welcome back to my playthrough of Dragon Quest XI Echoes of an Elusive Age, and in this episode I'll be travelling around the world visiting all the different places in order to see how people are doing now that the world has been saved. Of course, Elusive has been brought back to life and colour has been brought back into the world. That doesn't of course mean that everything is perfect yet, but we're going to see the progress that has been made so far. So without further ado, let's get into it. And I don't know how much and how big this section is going to be, so I might end up starting the next section after that. But anyway, hey, there's something I mean to ask. When we finished off Mordigan, you swiped his sword, right? The Sword of Shadows? It may look kind of creepy, but underneath all those razor-sharp teeth and bulging eyeballs, it's still the Sword of Light. Have you tried using it yet? Hello, Richard. So, the Sword of Shadows is actually really, really good. But it's a great sword, so not be too bothered about it. I'm good, I'm good. I am good. Fancy my child, because of you the Lord of Shadows is defeated and peace reigns over Erdrea once more, and we keepers have been relieved of the weighty responsibility, that of protecting the luminary and ensuring that his majesty is fulfilled. Truly this is a cause for much rejoicing. I do not know how long it has been since last I saw my people smile, but smile they do, and all thanks to you. Pray, join us in celebrating this most auspicious of days. At long last, my little angel has fulfilled her duty to protect the luminary, and has returned to the bosom of her beloved family. The pain of losing my dear Veronica will never leave my heart, but today is a day for celebration. 3 cheers for Serena, hip hip hurrah! I don't think there's too much to do in Erdrea because, well, we kind of have the cutscene here, haven't we? Ever since I lost you that night all those years ago, I've been driven by one purpose and one purpose only, to destroy the darkness that took you from me. And at last it's done. I'll have to think of another reason to get up in the morning now. Actually, I did want to help get Heliodor back on his feet. Oh, and I wanted to try all the different cakes in Gondolia too. Alright, maybe there are 1 or 2 other things to look for. Oh, would you look at all these smiling faces? It's really true, eh? We really did save the world. I can't even remember the last time I felt so chirpy. We've been running from the Lord of Shadows for so long, I've forgotten what peace and quiet felt like. There's still a few things left to do before things can go back to how they once were. My dream of a life of pleasure and laziness is nay far off now. But this is an RPG, my friend, and until the actual final credits roll, nothing's safe. When a new leaf appears on the world tree's branches, a new life begins. Each of us has our own leaf on these mighty boughs, and each of us returns there when we die. Veronica may no longer be with us, but her spirit lives on, and one day we will meet again. One day we'll return to our place in those branches. But not just yet. I have a life to live, and I must live it to the fullest, for my sake and for hers. So there we go. Just spoke to everybody, because why not? Respect everybody there. I must protest, ladies, please. I'm merely a soldier of Heliodor. I hardly think that I deserve such praise. Phantom, these ladies will not let me alone. Do something to rid them of me, I beg you. Oh dear. I'm floating over him. Oh dear. Hey, does someone have me as well? Oh yeah, I've already done that, never mind. Anyway, now that's done. Here we go.
Hey! Where do you think you're going?
Sneaking off without us, honey. If you've got someplace to be, we can all go together, no? Of course we can. Now the world is at peace, the fun can really begin.
If you're looking for new adventures, I know where we can start. You saw that weird light shining south of Octagonia too, right? If it was up to me, that's where I'd be headed. But you're the boss.
First I want to go round everywhere else, because grabbing the Gear of Time will mean I'll go to the Tower of Time, which will cause the events to happen that are going to happen. I don't know if I'll even be doing. I might actually be going into the Tower of Time today, but I'm not I don't want to mention the Tower of Time or too much to do with that in the description anyway, because I'll find it very hard to phrase it without spoiling anything. Anyway, where is it? There it is. Yeah, you do this and then you get the important bit. But anyway, in loving memory, Veronica, daughter of Fidelis and Alma, sister of Serena, Scion of Serenica, and saviour of the Luminary. I thought I might as well show that, which is quite nice. Of course, there's no music here. It's quite fitting, really, that it's like that. I believe when I go out, there'll be lots of pink exclamation marks to go around. I mean, the main places you want to go to are Dundrasil, Pot of the Law, the Last Bastion, Viking Hideout, because that's where that completes all of the characters. So here we go. I mean, I might not end up making this a long stream yet, I don't know. I mean, there's probably not going to be any battles, because it is literally just going to be going around having a look-see for everything. So we zoom to the Last Bastion, start there. So, in Act 3, as I said, you work heavily on rebuilding Cobblestone. I'm not going to reveal too much, but as you just travel the world and revisit the places in Act 3, you end up stumbling across what you need to do. Like, you have to find out bodyguards. You have to go to the Hexwood to get a Guardian. I think you go to Glopolis to get a Racer or something. I'm not showing a racer here. There's going to be lots of cutscenes. I think this is all optional though, because you can go to and get the gear of time and do that, but might as well do this anyway.
I trust you've been staying out of trouble, Father.
Well now, Jade! All of you! How good to see you!
I'm sorry, Father. I've been busy letting my hair down while you've been here rebuilding the village.
You have earned your rest. For now, you must enjoy some free time with your companions, and leave the hard work to us. But when Cobblestone has been rebuilt, work will begin at last on restoring the capital to its former glory. When that time comes, I shall need my daughter by my side.
I'll be there. Don't you worry. We'll rebuild Heliodor together.
There we go. There's the consoling done. And of course, Hendrik will protect both of them, regardless. You have done so much for us already, but I'm afraid I'll have even more to ask of you in the future. Cobblestone must be represented at court, and I will accept no other representative but yourself. Now, go and do what you must do, and then return here. The people eagerly await your homecoming. So I hear you're off again, Phantom. Hopefully you won't be gone that long this time. I'll miss you when you're away, Can I ask you something? If I begged you not to go, would you stay here with me? Oh, don't look at me like that. I'm joking, aren't I? I know you've got things to do. But just remember that I'm here waiting for you, no matter where you go, or how long you're away. I'll always be here. Is that a confession, Gemma? There we go, there's Obsidian. Seems very at ease with the world. Very lovely. And I need to find who, man? He's around here somewhere. I just want to find like all the important NPCs, but maybe that won't happen. Not sure. don't know if you really need to come to the foot of like Hotto or not. I think you can though. You know, to see how they're doing. They're like, oh, we are recovering like, as swift as the wind. Blah blah blah. Let's go see. What's his name? I think he's at Miko's shrine now because Miko's dead. Yeah, well, I think we'll just go for the main places then. So, Glopolis maybe. I can speak to Prince Paris. I mean, I'm not sure if you really need to come in. I think it's only really the places where the characters originate from. Of course, Pot of Valor and the Viking hideout are two I want to go to. Dun, 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 dun. Do 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 So I'm actually only a few streams off of getting the Master Key as well, because you get it from Havens Above. It's just not there at the moment. I can't really say anything else. Speak to you two, shall we? And I fancy my wonder to see, honestly, I still couldn't believe that it was my best friend who defeated the Lord Shadows. You must dine with me sometime and regale me with all the grisly details of the battle with Morrigan. My dear Phantom, your heroic actions have saved the world, as I always believed they would. We Gallipolitans will always welcome you with open arms. After all, you are the hero of Erdrea. We would not be alive if it were not for you. Let's just focus on the main places now. So, Wat of Valor. I don't know if I can go to the grave, to Eleanor and Erwin's grave in Dundrasil or not. I don't really remember, but you know. Pot of Valor is definitely one of the places, of course, we want to try to hide out. So let's go visit Don Rodrigo. Bum, bum, bum. Let's go. Oh dear.
I did not realize the dancing required so much stamina. Norberto, what are you doing here? I did not expect you to return so soon.
Hey, Phil. Your dad said he needed to get his strength back, so we agreed to teach him a few moves. He's a natural, don't you know? Took to it like a duck to water, he did. But then he is your puppy, I suppose.
Silencio! Enough with your nonsense! A man needs his peace and quiet.
Take your silly dancing somewhere else.
Don't go taking that tone with us, mister. You were the one who was talking about wanting to surprise Sylv with a little show. A show? Oh, yes. You should have heard him. Couldn't stop going on about how he's a big dance fan now. And he sees why you love it so much.
Papi, is this true? Of course not. It is nonsense. I am a knight. I do not have time for dancing. It is pointless frivolity.
Oh, Papi, I'm so happy. When do I get to see the full routine?
The full... Well, now...
Come on, Papi. A knight's word is his bond, remember?
Fine. Come, chicos. We will show Norberto what we can do. We will give him the performance of a lifetime. The training ground will serve as our stage. We begin preparations immediately. Venga, venga!
Sir, yes, sir!
Oh dear. This is just a start post-game. I mean, they make it plainly obvious that shit's about to happen again. Or at least something will happen. I mean, just look at that. Zoom around Erdrea, speak with all your friends and enjoy the sight of a world at peace, you know. There we go. Now they're dancing. This is so draining, but I'll keep practicing. I'll show Norberto that his pappy can dance with the rest of them. What a beautiful sight. It's not going to last. What? Had a bit of a cough there. Anyway, I don't think I've ever opened this chest. For some reason I've never bothered looking around here. There we go. Right, we'll go here and then we'll go to Dungrasil. Bum bum bum. So all that's left is Eric and Rab. Well, technically Phantom is relevant for the Cobblestone one and the Dungeon one. Here we go.
We can see you, Mia. Come on out.
No, I'm staying here. I'm not going anywhere.
The Lord of Shadows is gone, and the world's at peace. So what are you sulking about?
I'm not sulking. It's just... The priest told me what happened. I don't remember any of it. But he said I turned into a monster and terrorized the town. He said I even tried to hurt you. You and your friends must hate me for what I did. I'm plenty used to being hated, but still.
Hey, what's this? Somebody's dropped a gold coin on the floor.
Where is it? It's mine!
That's the Mia I know. Sitting in the corner feeling sorry for yourself doesn't suit you, kiddo.
Oh, you tricked me! Now I feel stupid for worrying you didn't like me any...
Why don't you stop worrying about stuff that doesn't matter and start worrying about yourself? You need to get better. I can't exactly take you on a treasure hunt if you're going to be fainting every 5 minutes.
A treasure hunt?
Sure. Soon as you've got your strength back, we'll go on a trip round the world on the lookout for loot. Just you and me. What do you say?
What a lovely information.
Well, if it's something you really want to do, I suppose I don't mind keeping you company. Yes!
And there we go. Should you run with Erica? If I'd known that was on the cards, I would never have had to run away. Tell him to come get me as soon as you're done doing whatever it is you have to do. And tell him not to keep me waiting too long. And tell him I get first dibs on whatever treasure we find too. That's the first time I've ever seen the phrase first dibs used in a game. You know, it's useful that, you know, there are pink dots to tell you exactly where the most important bits are. I think nothing else has the cutscenes. Obviously I checked Hoppo and Gallopolis, but yeah. I mean, maybe if you grab the Gear of Time first, you can't actually go to the Tower of Time until you do this first. But yeah, there is nothing else, so... We'll go to the ruins of Dundersill and then go to the mysterious ruins. Just going to have the important key item of the Gear of Time, as I said, and then there's no point hanging around. I might as well I mean, it's going to take me to Arborea, that's what I'm going to say. And I'll probably save it when I get to Arborea, but when I saw what happened, it put a smile on my face. After what happened in Act 2, it was nice to see happen. What you're about to see, well, not what you're about to see, but what you're soon gonna see, is a very, very unique like thing, and I think it's a very risky thing to pull off. Like, just delving into the concept of time, if it isn't actually, obviously I'm not counting Chrono Trigger because that's about time travel because it's meant to be, or like anything to do with time. If it's put into a game that doesn't have the primary subject of like time and time travel and whatever, implementing it in I think can be very dodgy, because I've seen failed cases of using time in a plot, but all I'm going to say is they pull it off perfectly here. But anyway, the final resolution scene for Rab and Phantom.
Erwin, Helena, it's me again. I've popped back a few times since peace returned. I think I might have overdone it with the wreaths a little. But I'm not here just to lay flowers today. No. I've some news for you both. Now that the Lord of Shadows is no more, I've decided it's high time we got Dundrasil back on his feet. It'll take time and effort and, well, people. But we'll do it, you'll see. And we'll build you two a proper tomb while we're at it. Can it really have been so long? So much time has gone by. It's over now. Look at me. Oh, teary-eyed again. Can't help myself lately. I must be getting sentimental in my old age.
Yeah, I'm sure, Webb, I'm sure.
Bye for now, you two. I'll be back soon enough.
So yeah, Dundersill is to be rebuilt, Cobblestone is to be restored, and of course now there's plans for Heliodor to be rebuilt.
What's the hold up, laddie? Let's get going.
There we go. Right, now that's done. We'll go back to Gunshell Campsite. And of course, get going to thingy. The mysterious ruins, which is what remains of Havens Above. But what is there is the Gear of Time, and well, I'm assuming we were meant to go there and grab the Gear of Time initially to use it, of course, because Havens Above fell. It kind of didn't work that much. It couldn't be used as a means to stop one of them, however, I'm going to use it now. What exactly will the Gear of Time be used for? I mean, obviously, it's used to just gain access to the Tower of Time. And well, I mean, the name gives it away, really. What you do, well, I mean, speaking of Tower of Time, the Temporal Tower from Pokemon Mystery Dungeon, that is what you call Final Dungeon. Damn. Anyway, here we go. This bit.
Well now, this place looks a mite familiar. Aye, it's these funny wee buildings. We've seen them before.
Yes, there's no mistaking it. It looks just like the floating island where we met the Watcher, doesn't it? Let's go and take a closer look. Who knows? We might find something interesting.
Oh, only if you knew, Jade. Only if you knew the significance of this item.
Painting. It's fascinating. It really draws you in, doesn't it?
It reminds me of something. Ah, of course. I've been reading a book they say was written by the Watchers of late. Let me see if I can find the right part. Spirits of lost time. Beings born from the land. Beings who control time.
Spirits of lost time? Could they be these figures in the painting?
Just maybe.
According to the book, they guard a sacred light that controls the flow of time. And when that light burns bright enough, even those who are lost to eternity can be restored.
So you can probably tell where this is going right now.
Restored how, exactly? You mean like brought back to life?
Not quite so, Lando.
Wait, if that was true, then maybe, or just maybe...
Huh?
Think about it. We lost someone to eternity, didn't we? Someone we'd love to see again.
Veronica.
Veronica.
Do you really think we could bring her back?
Well, what else does it say about this light?
Light lives in Tower's heart. Sacred Tower. Tower of lost time. Watchers guard Wheel of Time.
Or Wheel of
Key
Time,
to
not Gear of
Tower.
Time, but, yeah.
Key to time. Key brings spirits. sets wheels in motion.
So if we had the Wheel of Time, we might really be able to...
What have we got to lose? If there's even a chance, we have to try, right?
Eric's right. No matter how unlikely it is, if it might be our chance to see her again, we simply have to try.
But the Watchers are all gone, right? So how do we find this wheel thingy?
This was once one of their islands, wasn't it? And I'd say that hole in the wall up there was pretty wheel-like. I reckon we could do worse than start our search right here, you know.
If I was Eric, I'd put 2 and 2 together, think about that light, which he's doing right now. He's thinking about where he saw it.
There's a way through up there. Let's go poke around some more, shall we?
Because the light, it was on like some... Here it is. The Wheel of Time. The single most important key item across all 3 acts, in my opinion.
You found the Wheel of Time! Honey, you are just too good at this.
So, if I understood that book correctly, the wheel will bring the spirits of lost time to the tower they mentioned.
But where might this tower be found? No likely candidates spring to mind.
And there's those again. You saw it in the beginning cutscene. Someone like kind of stepped through one of the black ones, but the black one was trying to summon whatever was in Erdrea's lantern.
What's
It
the
said
matter,
obviously
darling?
Plasmos. The black one's called Darklings. I'm not actually sure what the white one.
You got an
white
idea
and
where
blue
the
one's
place
on.
we're
It's
looking
called
for
white
might
ones,
be?
so I'm not sure.
I thought of something. There's an old tower north of Yggdrasil I always wondered about. Unless anyone's got any better ideas, what say we climb aboard our friendly whale and see what we can see up there?
So we go. Phantom, do you think we should be looking at the old town off Yggdrasil that Eric told us about? We could use the colourless flute to call to Cetacea and then fly right to it. We could, couldn't we? So let's get it. So of course I mentioned we go here. I mean, it's the only place in the world other than the Trial Isle that you do not go to in the main game. Look at that, beautiful. So yeah, the island that crashed is, I think, over that direction. You've got Little Island there. You're going to get an island for a quest over that side, and you can wrap around the island hop all the way across. Anyway, let's go. You'll see it restored soon enough. I'm going to try and change the description for anybody that will watch it later. Try to do it in a non-spoiler way. So I've got to travel around the world to check on the people of Erdrea now that the world has been brought back to life, and then I'm going to put finally. Oh no, I'll do. Stop there, Cetacea. There we go, I think that's a suitable one. To be fair, I forgot that would only take like just over half an hour. I didn't remember how long it took, but 34 minutes. I might as well do this bit. Nothing to lose. Everywhere else I believe I'm visited, so just sort of bring me hello Yggdrasil, how are you? Here it is, Tower of Lost Queen. Here we go, the Lost Land. Probably just going to play the Temporal Tower in my theme as I climb. Temporal Tower theme in my head as I climb up the Tower of Lost Time. I mean, there's no enemies, but yeah. So of course, this is why they're riddled here. So I mean, pretty obvious what they are now. So these little creatures control time, but the Darklings also try to control time, but they try to make things go so that bad things happen. But anyway, it'll all come clear. There'll be a lot of Dragon Quest III content. Well, not content, but just references. Like the original story, original plot. Will just be used much more in Act 3. Well, I mean, the world map theme you'll see once Act 3 properly starts is going to have the Dragon Quest III world map theme in it. So, you know, anyway, here we are.
Come on, laddie. Let's head on in and see what we can see.
And there's a Darkling. So the Darkling is hoping that what I'm going to do, what it wants me to do, so that it enables it to do something else, and that's all I can say and make it generic. Anyway, here we go. Yeah, I'm assuming that's some form of time in some way or another. Right then, so if I go across, get across the let's go. Don't do this. Oh, why does it always want to do it on the most important sections in the leading game? This is going to be so important. I'm just going to cut off. Go, is it? Better not be. It's going all the way back. There's a chest. Oh no, there we go. It leads to a chest in itself. What do we got? The Gate of Evolution. So it's very kind of, you know, quite ominous, I mean, this theme. But of course, you don't know exactly what's going to happen here, because this place controls time itself, so, you know, literally anything can happen. But of course, everybody's come here in hopes of getting Veronica back. Will she be able to come back though? I wonder. This is one of the only themes in the game I don't recognise, so I don't know if it is new or if it's from a Dragon Quest I've played, because most of the other ones have been from my previous titles, which is pretty cool. Maybe it's Dragon Quest 7 or 10, because I haven't played them. Because 7's on the PS1, and the PS1 emulator is so hard to get. I mean, I've got them, it's just never, you know, do what I want to. You know, Nebula Swords, Darting Daggers and Ashtarangs, Shining Staves, Straight Pokers and Grim Whips. Dragon Lord Claws and Maxi Axes. Very nice. This takes us up to the top level. This is where shit gets real. And then a big decision is going to be made. says here is, well, I mean, I know who this lovely person is. It will be revealed quite soon because I'll be doing up to the post-game final boss before I touch the other stuff, because I think it's good to do that first. Right. Keep quiet.
Destiny. I watch over them, guide them.
But what are you?
I am just what I say I am, and that is all I am.
I hope you don't mind us intruding, but we heard there might be a rather special light here in the tower that can bring people back. We've lost someone very special, you see, and, well, we were hoping you might be able to help us.
So when it's bright enough, you can use it.
Speak of Time's sphere.
Oh, and conveniently enough, Time's sphere is
If
shining bright
you
enough.
were to harness its power, that which you seek might be attained. But to lose time is to lose much. The path you propose to follow is not one to be trodden lightly.
To lose time? What do you mean?
Time's sphere is the crystallization of all that has taken place in Erdrea since memory began. Each moment gathered by the spirits of lost time, savored, remembered. To take a sword to the sphere would be to erase those moments. To return to the time of the last intact memory.
What is that memory?
If your companion is to be restored to you, time itself must be destroyed.
So effectively, I've got to go back in time. So I'm going to reveal now. Act 2 is going. Well, everything that happened in Act 2 is going to be erased. It's going to be forgotten because, of course. What's the best way to save Veronica? Go back to the end of Act 1 and stop Mordegon from destroying the world. But of course, if you get that opportunity to go back, of course, you're going to see through Mordegon's deception because you know what to expect this time. So, I mean, I'm not going to say any more.
As I say, to lose time is to lose much.
So in order to save Veronica, we would need to turn back time.
I think I'm beginning to get the picture. We'd need to go back to... Aye. We'd need to go back to before Yggdrasil fell. That way, we could stop Mordegon before it was too late. That wouldn't just save Veronica. It would save the whole of Erdrea. Think of all the pain and suffering we could prevent.
So of course, I mean, we've seen how Act 2 ended. Yeah, Yggdrasil came back to life. Yeah, it restored life to the planet, but at the cost of the majority of the whole population in the world. If we could go back to the end of Act 1, where on the day Yggdrasil fell, you can stop that from ever happening. And it would be as if it never existed. So that is what this is all about. Of course, it's a very dodgy thing to decide to put into your plot, but if you do pull it off properly, then you banged it.
It is possible. All is possible. It may be that returning to that particular fork in the flow of time brings all that you wish and more.
But it must be done. I would gladly give up all that has happened since that day for the chance to change it.
However, of course, because Hendrik didn't join the party in Act 1, going back to that point, you know, yeah, because what she just said there, only Phantom will be able to go. So he's going to be the only one that knows everything that happened in Act 2. He's going to be the only one that collects it. So basically, things going to happen throughout the post-game. The Phantom's going to have hindsight. So think about it. Eric's going to forget about Mia, and she's going to be back to being gold again, but you find a different way to restore her. You go back to Dondrasil to save your father again, but this time the Gloomivore is stronger. The Boreal Serpent in the Snarefell comes back. I mean, I can reveal those little bits because that's an example. So a lot of stuff that happens in Act 2 you have to do again, but it's even worse this time because they're stronger, of course, the fit post-game. And you've got all your additional post-game stuff. But yeah, so I'm going to get all the time travel stuff done first, and then I'm going to follow the path to unlock the final boss fight. And before I do the final boss is when I'll start going around, because I think if my memory serves, I want to do the stuff that leads to the final boss fight first, because you unlock abilities for some characters, and then it allows you to do absolutely everything. And then from there I can do it in whatever order I want, which is quite cool. But anyway, enough of me banging on. Of course, I didn't want to reveal any of this. I didn't dare reveal any of this until today. But yeah.
In this world, only one such power exists. That of the luminary. I see you. I know you. I knew you the moment you appeared. Only you can break the sphere, and only with the sword of light. When it is broken, when the memories are shattered, you will return to the past, and there you will stay.
So yeah, when I go back to the day Yggdrasil fell, you go back to Arborea, and everything that's going to happen, Phantom's going to know what to expect. He's going to know how to intercept Mordegon, because of course Mordegon's still in King Carnelian at that point, and then like the party are going to be like, what's he doing? How does he know to do this? It's quite clever how they do it. I mean, you won't even be seeing that till tomorrow anyway, but you know.
You mean he'll have to live it all again? He can't come back here to us?
No, because you no longer exist, my friend.
Time is to lose much. This world, this reality, these will be lost to you. And that is not all. The outcome of the sphere's shattering is impossible to foresee. You may be lost forever, trapped in a corner of time, a half-faded memory.
That's awful.
Your present, your companions, your life even, all these may be lost to you. Knowing this, are you willing to risk all for the sake of your departed friend?
Yes, along with thousands or maybe even millions of others, my friend.
Only you can decide. I will await you before the sphere.
I think there's an important lesson though, because all I'm going to say is, I'm going to give you a little hint. Of course, I'm going to stop Mordegon back at the end of Act 1 from hitching his plan, but there's an oversight. Think about everything that happened in Act 2. Think about something that can now happen if Mordegon's gone. And that's going to become important for Act 3, and it's very clever. And I think it kind of gives you the lesson that, you know, you can do whatever you can to achieve your goals, but sometimes, even if you're changing something for the better, it comes at another consequence. That's the lesson I get. But anyway, let's go back in time. This is your if before you do this, you have to go and defeat Act 2 enemies before you leave. Otherwise, it will become really awkward to get them if you've got loads left. But you're going to go back
I'm sorry,
Act 1, so you
but
get
you
another
simply
chance to get
can't
Act
do
1 enemies
this.
as well.
We won't let you.
Here we go. I cannot permit you to do this. Curse it all. Why can I not go? Why can I not put a stop to Mordegon? Must I really remain here, idle, while you risk all of your sake for our fallen companion? Darling, don't you feel you've done enough? I mean, you defeated the Lord of Shadows, didn't you? I don't want to lose anybody else. I don't think I could bear it. I'm sorry, Phantom, but you simply can't do this. We won't let you. When I cut my hair and Veronica gave me her powers, I vowed that I would use them to carry on our sacred mission and protect you. If I were to let anything happen to you, she would never forgive me, so I have no choice but to stop you from doing this. Fate seems to have a habit of snatching away those I care about, but not this time. Save a tired old man more heartache than he can bear, will you? If I lose you too, I don't know what I'll do. I let you go once, and I promise to never do it again. Please don't do this. I don't want to lose you. I don't remember what you do now, you just go to leave. Honestly, I don't remember. I don't know if there's something I've got to do, I honestly don't remember. I have to equip the Sword of Shadows or something. Here we go. You heard the timekeeper. If you go back there, that's it. No way home. And there's no guarantee you'll even make it to where you want to go. Are you sure you want to do this?
Okay. You win. We know you well enough by now not to try and talk you out of this. But you'd better not mess this up. You go back there and you save her, you hear? Save us all.
So all of the characters are going to lose their levels.
We won't stand in your way.
Until I do the next bit. But once I change the timeline, everybody gets their levels back. Of course, with Veronica, she's going to get them. I mean, I can reveal that now, because I mean, what would be the point in doing all this for you to not get Veronica back anyway? So yes, we're going to get back. You get a nice scene to start off. Look at the Sword of Shadows. Look at that. Lovely. It's quite a funny scene where everybody sees the Sword of Shadows and is like, where on earth did you get that from? But of course, it's just filled with irony, because Phantom's the only one that knows the outcome.
The decision is made. Then you must know all that I know. To lose time will be to lose much, but some semblance of your present self will remain. Your memories, the record of your adventures thus far, your knowledge of battle, and all that you have learned.
So basically she's saying, that's kind of directly to the player as well, telling us that we're going to keep our stats. We're going to reset to, I think, like level 38, I think I was, with Phantom. So, as I said, Phantom's going to be the only one for now that's going to keep his level. Everybody else is going to lose them. Of course, now I need to change the timeline.
And last of all, the containers that surround the altar. These are the time capsules. These sacred vessels are immune to the flow of time. When you shatter the sphere, all that you possess will be placed within them.
Again, that's kind of directly saying to the player, everything you'll get in terms of everything in your inventory, abilities, etc., will be kept there. So this is their way of, obviously, because otherwise if you just went back in time and kept your stats, some idiots would be like, oh, but they don't explain how you managed to keep everything even though you've gone back in time. That's how.
Thus, may the items you require journey with you to the past. Alas, there is one item that will not survive the journey. The Sword of Light.
So the Sword of Light will shatter upon destroying the sphere. So I have to use the Sword of Shadows, ironically.
But you should retain possession of its twin, the Sword of Shadows. This will surely prove to be a more than worthy weapon for the time being.
Because if you remember, the reason why we lost is because we faced Jasper and we couldn't hit him. But I think using the Sword of Shadows and I think just using Quadra Slash can actually hurt him this time. And it's quite clever, but you know.
Now you know all that I know. All else is unknown. When you are ready, join me by the sphere.
Of course, I've prolonged this a bit for a few minutes by explaining, but I feel like this is bits that need to be explained, you know. If you climb these steps, there's no going back. Are you sure you want to return to the past? Yes. Yes, S. I'm going to call you S. I'm not going to reveal why, but your name's S.
Step forward, luminary, and into the past.
Wait!
When you meet me in the past, we will be enemies again. But know this. I stand ready to pledge myself to your cause once more. To be your sword, your shield, your unswerving companion.
So by the time he comes to the first forest in Yggdrasil, he actually... he knew by that point that Jasper was evil. He just didn't realise that King Carnelian was taking over Mordecai. If you remember, he went, I was like, oh look, King, Jasper, he's the evil one, not Phantom. And, that's that. So he's trying to say that, you can convince me again to join you.
Yes, very dramatic, Hendrik, honey. Now, if you've quite finished frowning and swearing oaths, farewell, darling. I look forward to seeing you in the past.
I know you can do this. I know you won't let anything stand in your way. And the us's of the past will be there for you whenever you need us. Now, if I know your grandfather, he'll have a few words to say before you go.
You've grown into a fine figure of a man, laddie. Oh, don't look down now. We'll only be apart a wee while. We're back there waiting for you after all. You'll do us proud. I know you will.
Yeah, because now it is solely down to Phantom. He's the only one that can stop
How
it.
could you not do? You're my own flesh and blood after all.
I suppose I began this journey with you, feeling that I was simply doing my duty. But it became so much more than that. I'll never forget the time we've spent together. So please, if you don't mind, I hope you'll take me along with you, all over again.
Of course, Serena, along with you and Veronica. Veronica will be with you. She'll survive and you're all right.
The time of departure is upon us.
that's a nice little like final words, because
Take the sword of light.
those 6, as you know, are going to be gone. I'm going to go back to the characters of the past. But I mean, it's not really, it's not made clear if they once they gain all their powers and get their levels back after I do this section, they regain their abilities. Like, oh wow, we've got these abilities. How do we know them? It's not clear whether they recollect the memories. I'm not actually quite sure. It's not made clear. Anyway, here we go.
Wait, laddie.
This isn't goodbye. Not by a long shot.
So that timeline has
See
been
you on
erased.
the other side.
And now, of course, for symbolism... Oh yeah, first you've got all the events of Act 2. So there we go. Edwin's lantern. Veronica's death. Eric and Mia. The start of Act 2. Jasper's betrayal. Meeting Gemma again. And of course the first person you see is symbolic.
And remember, we'll be waiting for you.
So this is just to try and repeat the memory.
This harbinger of calamity.
You have to remember what happened in Act 1 to make sure you actually go back to that point. So if you don't remember it, you're going to become lost.
I believe in the luminary.
This is a cool way to show
We
everything
of
that
our
happened in
warriors
Act 1
swear
as
to
well.
protect you. While we live, none shall defeat you.
Friends, shipmates, amigos, spars thrust and the rainbow await. Destiny beckons.
I don't know how Mordegon's planning on achieving eternal life, but I know one thing. We're going to stop him.
You must defeat him. The fate of our world depends upon it. Good luck.
And we're there. And I wonder who the first person we're going to see as we wake up. So Phantom is the only one with the knowledge of everything that happened in Act 2. Everybody else around the world, you know, is living life exactly how they did in the original ending of Act 1. There's the Sword of Shadows. And there's Yggdrasil in its original state. So here we go. This is where things get interesting. Now it's time to restore a timeline and get everybody back. So in search of lost time. So what if we're embarking on a mission into the mists of lost time in order to see the world saved once more, but properly this time? So here we go. We'll do this bit, well I'll do this bit, and then you know. So this has stayed the same, might as well skip that cutscene. So if we look at cross catalogue, now there's 57, there's 60 altogether, but there's 57 available now. If you look at the defeated monster list, everything's gone back to the Act 1 state. So I only missed one enemy in Act 2, but I'll be able to get it in Act 3. But the Act 3 enemies haven't come out yet. That's going to happen once I change the timeline. Because to save the first timeline, I'm going to get a new one.
Blessed ancestor, the time has come at last for us to fulfill our destiny.
We didn't see this initially, but of course the first one you see is Veronica, which is symbolic.
We're going to use the orbs to take the luminary up to the world tree, and he's going to awaken the power that will banish the darkness. We've never been up to Yggdrasil before, so we don't know what's up there waiting for us. But no matter what happens, I swear I won't let the luminary come to harm.
And that promise is what leads her to die.
He's our light and our hope.
But we're going to change it this time.
And he'll rid our world of darkness. I know he will. Serenica, sage of legend, lend me your power. Help me fulfill my duty and protect the luminary. Oi! What are you doing here? Wait, you weren't listening, were you? What do you think you're up to, waltzing in here with that great ugly thing strapped to your back anyway? And where in the world have you been? Father Benedictus was talking to us all, and you just upped and disappeared without so much as a by your leave. What were you thinking? What's the matter? Cat got your tongue? Stop staring at me like that, will you? You look like you've seen a ghost.
Oh, don't say that, Rebecca. Technically we are, but we're going to save you, darling. We're going to save you.
Important things to be getting on with? The last thing we need is you acting like a big weirdo. So come on, pull yourself together.
Well, this is insensitive, but she doesn't realise. Of course, Phantom's just like, oh shit, she's here, she's alive. I actually have a chance to save her now. That's what he's thinking right now.
Darling, there you are. We couldn't find you anywhere. Oh, we were so worried about you. Well, don't look so surprised to see us. We've been right here all along, you know.
What's with that sword? You're supposed to be the good guy, remember? Huh. Well, whatever floats your boat. Anyway, time to get this show on the road.
Of course, we've got Regulus Serena again. With
Father Benedictus says we're to take the orbs and offer them up to the altar at the top of the mountain.
We need to go through those doors and follow the path through the first forest, apparently. Shall we get going?
Aye. Not long now till we get up to the world tree at long last, and finally find out how to get
there
rid
are
of
some
that
funny
rotten
things when you
lord
do
again.
things ahead
Let's
of when
away.
you do them in Act 2, because you already know, and they're like, hey, I mean, use the Calamus flute, but like, how does he know what to do? But anyway. Here we go. Luminary, pray tell, did something happen to you in the short time you were away? You seem much more serious than you did before. I suspect you have come to realise the gravity of the task ahead of you. The trail beyond these doors leads to the first forest. The altar you seek at the very highest point of the hallowed wood. Good luck, my child. So, zoom locations are here as well. Of course, any of the Act 2 ones are missing, but we'll be going back to those places eventually anyway. Like Haven's Above, which is not going to be in ruins. You grab the Gear of Time again, you go back to the Tower of Lost Time. And I forgot what you do there the second time, but you also learn the true identity of the Watcher of Time. And yeah, so 37, 37, 35, that's all the levels we've got. That's just the way it is. But they can have some good stuff. use the magma stuff. Go over, get all of the thingies again. This would be one of the only times I've ever used the great sword with Phantom, but no. Forge icons. Do. Whoosh bang wallop. Liquid metal great sword. Let's use the straight poker then. Make it. Flame. Oh shit, fucked it. Didn't mean to do that. Do. Got away with it. There we go. Just straight poker. There we go. Fairly nice. Might as well do this now, you know. Mega green and white, Jesus. Oi, oi. I'll do that shit later. Now we move on. Because we're gonna start using different teams now. Now that Veronica's here, it will make things more interesting in terms of teams to use. I mean, Serena was actually useful because she could have used Veronica's and Claire at the same time, but now they're both separate. I can heal and sack in the same turn. I mean, I'll probably have Hendrik and Phantom in, but I'll give, Jade a chance to be paired up with Phantom, Eric's chance to be paired up with Phantom. Because obviously now I'm finally going to get a team of 8 once this whole section's done. But anyway, I'm going to climb through the first forest, get to the second campfire and leave it there. I could have left it a bit before, but I want to, do this now. Tomorrow's stream might not end up being too long, because I might literally just do the Jasper boss fight, just do that again. This time you win. And then the bit that follows, of course, Mordegon controlling King Carnelian be confused at how you beat him. And you basically find a way to resolve it and actually dispose of Mordegon at the same time. And then on top of that, you've got all the cutscenes that follow that unleash a new evil. And then, yeah, that'll be the post-game setup. So I'm just getting these for zoom location preference. So you're going to get that cutscene with Serena and Veronica again, of course, because that won't change, just because it would make no sense for that to change. Obviously the actions you make now that make things change. But anyway. Actually, if you lose the Sword of Shadows, I think you do once you do this section. You're going back to dual wielding again anyway. Here we go. I want to see this again.
Oh, this trudging up hills is playing havoc with my old bones.
Oh, well, don't tire yourself out, darling. We all want to be bright-eyed and bushy-tailed for our big day. Come on, let's call it a night, huh?
So if you end up like failing a boss fight and you use autosave, you can skip that way. Makes it easier.
So, we'll finally be going up to Yggdrasil tomorrow. I can't help feeling a little nervous.
I understand, Veronica, I understand.
Serena, why don't you play that song? You know, the one you always used to play.
Yeah, I think that's enough for me. It's fine. You have to see it again. We'll camp here, rest, and then save. So, thank you for watching this episode of my playthrough of Dragon Quest XI Echoes of Elusive Age, and in the next episode I will be reliving the moments where Yggdrasil fell in hopes of changing the timeline, because of course Phantom is the only person now that can change the timeline. Everybody else has been reverted back to their Act 1 state, and when I do restore the timeline and prevent Yggdrasil from falling and meddling with Mordegon's plan, everybody will be restored to their post-game state, obviously after defeating Mordegon. Veronica will just, I think, match the level that Serena ended up going on to. And then once that is done, a new evil will be unleashed, and I'll have one final task to set out and do, which will properly kickstart the post-game. But until then, hope you have enjoyed, and I'll see you in a bit for Breath of Fire.